Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Moving Pictures Kenya. My name is Bonventure, and today we are out and about. And in our exploit today, I want to take you to rural America, where you can get your organic beef, your organic goat, your organic water buffalo. Yes, water buffalo.
So
for the first time tangu nikuja huku nimeingia rough road. What happens in this place, it is actually about an hour's drive from where I stay. It's a place called Neville in Pennsylvania. The place is called Tyler's Custom Cuts. So basically what happens here, you will go and select the animal that you prefer for it to be slaughtered. Then once you select, it will be taken to the slaughter. So if you are a Muslim, there are Muslim guys there who will slaughter for you. Again, if you are Christian, there are Christian guys who will slaughter for you according to your customs. Once they slaughter, they will prepare the meat for you to take away. Now, I am told the only thing that these guys throw away on this animal is the lungs. So that is the only thing they dispose. Otherwise, all the rest, they'll prepare it for you, pack it for you, and take it so that you can take it away. In my inquiries, one of the things I noted was very interesting. Like for example, at Customs Cut, the Indian customers will prefer the castrated goats. That is what they prefer. So we will take this drive. It's about an hour's drive to this place. It is actually my first time to this place, so we may get lost on the way or we may get there. But thanks to GPS, so GPS will guide us to this place. This place is very busy. It attracts customers from all over the USA. When I went there, I met guys from Kenya, I met guys from Congo, I met guys from Tanzania, I met guys from Burkina Faso. So it has all kind of clientele because their animals are organic. It's nothing GMO. One of the most interesting discoveries I made at this place is, while in Kenya, guinea fowl and buffalo are wild animals, so they are kept in the wild. But here, guinea fowls and water buffaloes are actually available as a delicacy. So if you select for a water buffalo to be slaughtered for you, it will be slaughtered for you. If you select a guinea fowl to be slaughtered for you, it will be slaughtered for you. So here, they have all the permissions to slaughter these animals. Now, to put everything into perspective, those of you who are familiar with Kenya, there is a place called Kiamaiko and there is a place called Kisamis. So these two places, anytime you have a function and you want to buy goat, this is where you go, because this is where you will get the original goat from the rural areas of Kenya. Like for example, if you go to Kisamis, Kisamis is towards Kenya's Rift Valley. The people who inhabit that area are the Maasai. They are known for rearing lots of cattle and lots of goats. So at Kisamis, you will get goat from the Maasai. And these goats are very famous because we are told that they have their natural salt. So once you slaughter, the only thing you need to do is to go and roast it. You don't need to add any salt because already they have their natural salt flavor. Now here, interestingly, at Tyler's Custom Cuts, most Africans who go there, they are not looking for salt. They are looking for something interesting. Listen to this. So as we come from Africa, what is popular for Africans here? What do they come for?
They normally will come for your male and your female goats, for us, we have noticed, and we could be wrong, they really like the males with the testicles because they have a distinctive flavor and smell to them. And they normally don't skin them off. We offer something called burning a goat, which is a smoked goat. And we'll run it through a scalder to remove the hair, and then we actually use fire to burn the hide of the animal. That gives it that smoked flavor and retains the cultural practices that they had in their country. So my name's Angel, and I am the plant manager here. I also do the barn work and the field work, the corporate contracts. I inventory the store and do things like that. But then I started working in the barn and learning about all the animals and what the customer looks for and their culture, because we serve such a wide array of cultures here. So
we can get in and select an animal if we want.
Yeah, you go right into the barn here. And we have a wide array of animals to select from. They range from your typical sheep. These are animals that are over a year.
So here at the farm, what do you do?
I take care of the animals. I get the animals from the local farmers that we're contracted with to grow them for us. I provide them with our feed. I run the tractors, the dump trucks, the roll-offs. I help harvest our crops, which feed all of our animals, because everything we do here is done on the farm.
And then one thing with America is about GMO. So are these exotic or is it GMO?
No, we use no GMOs, no chemicals, no dyes, no gases. Everything here is done as pure and organic as possible. We're not certified organic, but we do everything non-GMO, no chemicals, no dyes, no gases.
Okay. Yeah, so tell us the process. Suppose, because like us, we've come from York.
Okay.
Yeah, so somebody who wants beef or goat or whatever, what is the process?
So they'll come down to the barn. Either myself or the owner, Tom, will greet you. We'll bring you in here. You have all of your pens to make your selection from. We'll take your animal and put it on the scale. Then we give you a weight and a price of the animal. The animal is then taken up to our butcher shop where you can slaughter it yourself, or we have different slaughtermen. We have Christians, we have Muslims that will slaughter it for you. You choose whether you want the skin on or the skin off. If you want to burn the head and feet or skin the head and feet off, it's whatever your culture eats is what we do for you here. We accommodate all cultures and races and all walks of life. Yep. So here we have our female goats and our billy goats. To the left you see our sheep. All of these animals will be processed in the coming week, every single one here. These are our baby goats. We really like to support our local farmers, and the kids do a program called 4-H here in America where they raise livestock and then they sell it into the meat market. So these bigger trimmed down lambs that are nice and shaven, those are actually from local kids in our area that grow them specifically to be in the meat market. So like I said, all of these animals will be processed this week. So our barn is a little full now to the common person, but to us, this is just what we'll be doing next week. We go from North Carolina to New York with our products. So we reach a wide array of people. These are our lambs. Everything here again is under a year old for these animals. And they get a specific blend of food that allows us to not have to medicate them or give them anti-parasitics or anything like that. The food that we have is a special patented recipe that these gentlemen here that have been farming for probably longer than I've been alive, they have this recipe that allows for no parasites to grow in the stomach. So that's what you'll see in their feeds here. And then out here is normally what more of a Asian customer would eat. They're called castrated goats, so they're males and they take the testicles off. So that's kind of more of your Asian culture. So we serve, like I said, a wide array of different walks of life, different religions, and that's normally what these are sold for.
So as we come from Africa, what is popular for Africans here? What do they come for?
They normally will come for your male and your female goats, but for us, we have noticed, and we could be wrong, they really like the males with the testicles because they have a distinctive flavor and smell to them. And they normally don't skin them off. We offer something called burning a goat, which is a smoked goat. And we'll run it through a scalder to remove the hair, and then we actually use fire to burn the hide of the animal. That gives it that smoked flavor and retains the cultural
The cultural
practices that they had in their country. We really like being able to give them their slice of home while being here in America, you know, because it's very hard to find a market like this where you can just pick your animal out of the barn and watch it processed right in front of you.
Okay. And then in my culture, we really want chicken. Do you have also chicken here?
Yeah, so we carry your laying hens, which we call hard chicken. We also carry roosters, and a very popular thing in Africa is a guinea hen. So we also have guineas, and we can burn those as well. It's not just your skin on, your white skin. We'll actually use fire to burn those as well.
Okay. Yeah, that is how we used to do it traditionally.
Yeah.
So you could put it on the fire, then before you split it into pieces, you burn like that.
Yep, yep.
So are there some way, because I wanted to select some for slaughter, the chicken.
The chickens.
Can you take us there?
We don't allow our customers into the chicken room. Our insurance doesn't allow it, but I can bring the selections that we have out so you can view them before you purchase them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we do have to follow the rules of the insurance company, and to allow our customers in the barn, we just can't allow them behind the gates for the chicken room, unfortunately.
I think that will be fine. You can bring some. I want 15 chicken.
Okay, yep.
15.
And would you get those burned and cut?
Maybe you'll show us how you burn them so that we decide whether you burn or not. But I would prefer you burn because it gives it a distinct flavor.
Yes, that distinctive flavor that you're used to having. Yep, no problem. Yeah. If we go out the barn, we can go walk through and see the cattle that we have as well.
Okay.
To adding to our USDA side of things, which means our inspected meat process, is American bison and water buffalo. Okay. So that's a new thing that we're going to be adding. It just takes some time to get all the plans done for the USDA. They are very popular. We do keep them here. And then we also carry the American bison here. So when you're here, if you look out into the pasture field, sometimes you'll see them running around out in the field there. And then we do a big holiday here every year called Eid.
Yes.
Actually, you can see the bison right there walking underneath the tree. See the single tree right there?
Yes.
Those are American bison.
Okay.
They were brought to us, I would say, right before Eid this year. They came in at 900 pounds, so just small little yearlings, and they've just been steady gaining weight since then. When you're here, if you look out in that pasture field, you'll commonly see them running. You know, it's a majestic animal that's just impressive every time. The power that they have, you know, and their size is amazing. So we have males and females in the American bison that we offer custom, and we're working on the USDA side of things to add to it as well. All of the corn you see growing out there, that's all of our crops. It goes all the way to the road. When you come here and you pass the cornfield, that's our cornfield. And then we also have a second farm a half a mile from here. That second farm houses our water buffalo, and then we also grow all of our corn and our barley and things like that down at that farm as well. So
back home in Kenya, corn, we let it get dry. So once it's dried, you will grind it into flour.
Yeah.
Then once you ground it, you prepare something called ugali.
Oh, okay.
So that one now is what you will take with beef or chicken.
Yeah. So these are our billy goats over here. We keep them separated from the females. All of these will be burnt, and they get sent out to Maryland, New York, New Jersey, and you'll see these in your African stores. So we have specific stores that like to come to us and purchase these. We retain the testicles on them, so when they purchase them, they know they're a male goat. And then they have the option of getting the heart, the liver, the kidneys, the stomach, and the intestine with it. The only organ we don't offer is the lungs because of the federal law that doesn't allow us to hand them out. Under custom or USDA, they have to be put in the trash. But it doesn't go to the trash. We take that product, we allow it to compost, and we apply it to our fields. So nothing here goes to waste. We use it in one application or another. And then these are our cow pens right now. We allow them to go out during the day out of their pens. they go out to pasture that way. So if they're in, they want to be in, and if they're out, they want to be out. Yeah. Unless we're finishing them off for American customers, they like something called a finished beef, and that gives them their custom cuts of steak and roast and, you know, things like that. So when we finish them out, we do keep them in a pen for a short amount of time and only offer them their finishing feed. So all of these are all the ones for selection here, and you just kind of say, hey, I want that one. We put it on that same scale that we were stating at earlier, give you a weight and a price, take it right up to the butcher shop and kill it up there.
And then I've seen one good thing, some of the traditional animals we have in Africa, I've seen some of them here.
Yeah.
So if I want something for Africa, then definitely this is the place to come.
Yes, definitely. And we also offer animals from other countries too. Like you can see the water buffalo there on the left. That's a very common animal for, like you're saying, your Asian and your India customers. So there, I mean, the amount of different animals we have here just matches the amount of amazing different customers that we have here. And then this is all of our bedding that we use up there. You know, we store it here, we use it here, we put it right into the pens and things like that. So. And we're actually looking at adding a second butcher shop to the facility, so we'll be able to serve more customers and more stores. Our outreach is just getting so large that one shop just isn't enough anymore. Like we've just experienced exponential growth in the past year. So
like on average, you slaughter how many cattle in a day?
Ooh, that's a good number. I do about 80 to 100 a week. Okay. Under USDA, and then custom, that number varies just depending on what the customer wants.
Yeah, so that's roughly like 15 cattle a day.
Roughly, yeah. Yeah, sometimes we can even do more. Yeah. Our biggest seller is our goats by far. There's such a need in this area for local meat that we're not importing from Australia or other countries because their practices aren't the same as ours. Like I was saying, we don't use any chemicals. We use vinegar at a certain temperature, a certain time, and a certain ratio, whereas with other facilities, they use a chemical that's known to cause cancer. And in America, we have a very high rate of cancer, and it all traces back to what you eat and how it's prepared. So the owners here fought the USDA. They came with a lot of supporting documents to show the values and the old school way of doing things are still applicable and still work today. So you won't see us applying any chemicals to our meat. We use just your typical household vinegar to stop that germ growth, you know. So.
That's nice. Then I think we can go to the chicken.
Yep. I'll bring you out chickens so you can check them out next. Let me just shut these gates real quick.
So what language are you talking to that lady in? Is it Spanish?
Spanish. I didn't know a lot of Spanish when I came to work here, although as a child I knew a lot. I grew up down in the southern states of America, but after I came to work here, since we have a high amount of Spanish population, I started learning and took classes. My cousin actually lived in Honduras, and he is a Spanish teacher at a Catholic school in Baltimore. I reached out to him and said, hey, can you teach me Spanish? And now I can communicate with our customers and our employees. And
so most of the locals are Spanish, or they just speak Spanish?
Not most of our locals, most of our employees are. And here we like to retain our employees, so to make them more comfortable and be able to communicate more efficiently, somebody here has to speak Spanish. So in my personal time, I took that task on and learned how to speak Spanish.
Oh, that's nice. I think that you can bring the kitchen. Where should we wait for you?
Just right here. Allison, can you bring me a guinea and a hard chicken? This gentleman here is making a YouTube video to put out about our farm, and I just need to see a guinea and a hard chicken for it, please.
That's really bad.
It's hanging up on my desk. Thank you, Junior. So here's a guinea. And then here's a hard chicken. These are your laying hens.
We'll do the chicken. The guinea will take it next time. For today, we'll do the chicken.
Okay.
Yeah. So
let me put them back and I'll get your order, okay?
Anybody?
Everybody's on lunch right now. Okay, so what can I get for you?
Yeah, so I want the chicken. I think I'm buying it for 5 families, so it will be 15.
15.
So 15, yeah. So each person 5, 5, 5, 5.
5 families would be 3 apiece. So do you want 3 per bag 5 times?
No, it's 5 per bag 3 times.
Oh, 5 per bag 3 times. So 3 families. 5 per bag. And you said you do want those burned and cut?
Yes, I wanted you to show us how it's burnt.
Yep, I can go into the shop and show you how we use the torches to burn things.
Yes, we want it burnt so that it gives
Okay.
us the flavor.
Yep, what I'll do is I'll leave this in the office and then we'll go up to the butcher shop, okay? 1 second. Just hold this for a minute. You're good. Yep, so after you select your animal, it comes up our alleyway here. And as you can see the goats standing outside, they'll go right into the back there. Don't worry about it, go play, baby. The customers come in this door. The animal comes in through that door and this gate is closed. This is our hoist up there in the air. We'll shackle it, and this is the knife that we use for our beef. With our beef, they go into the head chute here, and then the Muslim gentleman will slice the neck of the animal so the blood properly drains out. And then we scald them in here to get the hair off of them. That's why you see the hair underneath here. It comes around on our rail in the air, and then this is how we burn them, with our torches. Our torches send out a fire about that long, and then we can burn them and singe any hair that's left on them. And then this is what the finished product of a burned goat looks like. Oh yeah, you can walk around in here, you're fine. So as you can see by the stamp, these are inspected product, which means the USDA watched us do it and they approve it for human consumption.
So definitely I'll want the chicken burnt because this looks nice.
Yeah, that's how the chicken will be, that brown flavor to it as well. And then after this, we put them on a scale in the air. The scale reads out right there. So there's currently 3 goats on that. That's why it reads 130 pounds. We tag them with the weight, and then we can charge the customer, the store, the restaurant the appropriate amount. This saw right here will cut them into small pieces or quarters or halves, or we can send it out as a whole carcass, whatever the customer prefers. Yeah. And then this is our beef cooler over here. This is more for your freezer cuts. That's a white goat for a customer that needs to be cut. But as you can see, all of our tongues, our hearts, everything in here is for sale. The USDA watched us do it and they approve it for consumption. If the animal is killed and we're waiting to cut it over there, we'll place it in here to keep it at a good temperature. And then this is our stomach room where we clean our stomachs. This is what a finished stomach will look like. We open them up and we clean them, and then they get the stamp from the USDA on them as well. Do you need anything else, or is that a good rundown?
That's good enough.
Awesome, sounds great. I'll get you your ticket for your chicken then, okay? You're welcome.
I'm Paul, resident of York, PA. I knew this place due to a referral from a friend. It's a good place where you come and get everything. You come and get sheep, goat, chicken, kienyeji, beef cuts, all kind of a meat, even pork, rabbit, turkey, every kind of meat you want. it's here, and most of the people have come to try. They new here, they come on roads, buy in bulky, and take them home. So it's a nice price, really. Yeah, they say it's not a GMO because they are the ones, they don't buy from somewhere. They rear themselves and block them up so that they sell it for you.
We were out and about, so we are done with our today's session of purchasing meat, or should I say beef, or should I say goat meat, and now we want to go back home. My name is Bonventure, and this is Moving Pictures Kenya, connecting people, inspiring Africa.